Please turn your sound on to hear full explanations of our answers. Thank you. The question is, why am I going bald? And the answer to that is that your hair follicles are losing nutrients and therefore becoming more inefficient at making hair until eventually they can't make hair at all anymore. What you need to understand is your scalp is covered all over in hair follicles, and hair follicles are just like it's just, you can think of it as like a little individual factory for making hair. It consists of a number of things. You've got the root, you have various blood vessels, a lot of other things, but these things are fed from the blood supply. If you think about it, the fuel to make your hair that the hair follicles use is a direct, they tap into your blood supply in your scalp, and that's how they access the nutrients, because there are nutrients in your blood that are delivered to the hair follicles, and then the hair follicles can make your hair. That's how it works. And what happens is, as you age, your blood flow in the region of your scalp gets progressively worse, and it will start to affect your hair at first by becoming thinner and thinner and thinner successively, until eventually your hair follicles don't have enough nutrients to even produce hair at all, and they'll just shut down. Now, the good thing is that if you're going bald, that you can actually resurrect bald spots that are between around 2 and 3 years old. At 2 to 3 years out, having been bald for that long, that is around the tipping point when your hair follicles will be irreversibly shut down and you can't do anything about it. But after 2 to 3 years, if you're around 2 to 3 years or less, then you can still do something about it. You can still reactivate them. Now you may be wondering, how do you reactivate them? Well, there are drugs and there are natural methods, and they all work in pretty much the same way. What they do is they help the follicles access nutrition again. Personally, I think natural methods are better because drugs do have very real side effects. They may be marketed as a kind of consumer product these days, but they have more severe side effects compared to a number of other regular medicines. So if you're going to take drugs, and don't forget they're expensive too, be aware of the side effects. That's the only advice I would have for you on that. If you want to use a natural method, then it's a lot better. Now, what I would say is that there are a few. For example, you can buy like a handheld quote-unquote laser, which is really just like a kind of infrared massager. It's not a real laser. Those things don't really do anything, okay? So some natural methods don't work, but other ones are much more efficient. So anyway, hope that was an interesting video. Listen, I want to recommend to you a natural method that really does work. This is a method that has been handed down over generations. It's hundreds, if not thousands of years old, and it's highly effective. In my view, it's just as effective as drugs. So this is not like that handheld massager. This is something much different. This is something that you can rub into your scalp, and it will encourage the blood flow again, and your follicles will be able to once more get re-energized, access the nutrition that they need, and produce hair, and thicker hair than it was before as well. So as long as you're not more than, say, 2 to 3 years out having been bald, then you can normally resurrect a bald spot, if it's 2 to 3 years or less. If it's like 10 years you've been bald in certain areas, I'm afraid there's nothing you can do for those areas. But if it's around 2 to 3 years, then you can resurrect them. They're not fully shut down yet. So to find out how to get your hair back using this natural method, just have a look in the description box down below, click on the link, and it'll take you there immediately, and you can see exactly what you have to do. So check it out. I'll see you soon in another video. Take care.